it worked. The distinguishing feature of technology, and in particular software, is that either it runs or it does not. There is no halfway, no almost when it comes to software. The programmer is confronted with failure immediately. No amount of discussion or posturing can change whether the program performed as it should. Herbert Hoover, who studied geology at Stanford University, worked in the mining industry for nearly 2 decades, first during the gold rush in the 1890s in Western Australia, then a British colony, and later in Tianjin, China. He wrote in his memoirs that the great liability of the engineer compared to men of other professions is that his works are out in the open where all can see them, and that the engineer cannot bury his mistakes in the grave like the doctors, or argue them into thin air, or blame the judge like the lawyers. It is this sensitivity to results and to failure, and perhaps an abandonment of grand theories of how the world ought to be, or how things ought to work, that is the seed of an engineering culture. It is essential that the engineer, whether of the mechanical world, the digital, or even perhaps the written, descend from his or her tower of theory into the morass of actual details as they exist, not as they have been theorized to be. One must, as the American philosopher John Dewey wrote in his essay Pragmatic America in 1922, get down from noble aloofness into the muddy stream of concrete things. An emotional and often physical proximity to the mess of imperfections and apparent contradictions of the systems and processes that one is charged with shaping is the source of progress, not its impediment. A commitment